I want to start right there with Jerry Springer was the devil. Now I already see people in these comments already talk about, oh well, he's just this and that and this and that, and I want them to know that we're not here, on Crumb TV network. We don't really do too much of the guy with the wings and the red tail, that version of the devil, or anything like that, or ooh, you're doing something bad, so it's the devil. We understand the difference between right and wrong. We don't label it the devil. We're talking about a group of people. I mean, I'm glad we're in 2023 and I'm teaching now, so I don't gotta believe me. They used to say this stuff and people kind of, I don't know. It's already been revealed about Satanism, and we already see Lil Nas X dancing on the devil. This was their goal. So for people that think, well, oh, you're going so far, no, there's a group of people specifically in the entertainment field who wish to use their power to broadcast things that they consider the devil. We already know that red tail and them wings and that face isn't the devil. They want you to perceive that it's evil and devil. They want you to take sexuality and perverse it and make it. They want to make devil. Come on, bro. So trust me, he's the devil. But we're gonna get to that. Was the devil person?
Right. All right. So what do we got?
Let's get it, man. All right, brother. So,
I can take this one if I can.
Okay, yeah.
Question: what is Jerry Springer known for? Answer: according to a quick wiki blurb, off television, he hosted the Jerry Springer podcast from 2015 to 2022. He was noted as a pioneer in the emergence of trash TV.
The emergence of trash TV.
Yeah. Should I continue? Read the rest?
Well, yeah. His eponymous show was a commercial smash and certifiable cultural phenomenon in the 1990s. That's very important because I can stand on that. I was born late 80s. I was raised in the 90s. So the perspective I'm coming from is not a academic perspective. I'm not here to argue with people about dates and times. This is dealing with the culture. And we got the dates and times for y'all that do want to argue. But I'm saying this is about the culture. And I was there. I was being brought up in this. So I can speak firsthand of what this shit did to us and how we looked at it as kids in the 90s. You feel what I'm saying? And our parents saying, turn that off. Or I can tell you the difference between what Jerry Springer was presenting to us in 93, how it was received, in 2003, how it was received. You feel what I'm saying? I watched the parents become more lenient and more normalized to the violence and the sexual deviancy and the trashiness.
Absolutely. Trash TV would never be the same after NBC Universal canceled the Jerry Springer Show in 2018 after more than a quarter century on the air. Springer, the former mayor of Cincinnati, who passed away on April 27, 2023, at the age of 79, taped more than 4,000 episodes over the course of 27 seasons and featured more than 35,000 guests. In the late 1990s, the show's ratings topped Oprah Winfrey's, possibly due to the format that allowed crass topics and guests who weren't afraid to throw their chairs at each other. Over the years, guests accused the producers of staging and encouraging their fights for ratings. Here are 12 facts about the controversial talk show.
Now, we don't even got time to go through all 12, right? We're going to be stuck here. The way me and you go so deep, each one might take a day, right? You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing though, bro. Let's cut through that. That was a big piece of meat right there, right? Okay, first of all, we read all day. We Google and all that. Have you ever heard of a genre called trash TV?
No.
Right? Because remember when me and you when this first even came across our personal conversations, we were trying to find a word to describe it. Like, yeah, he started that whole, we were saying reality TV, but then that's when I started saying, well, that's more Paris Hilton and Kim. That's a certain model. We didn't know they already had a name for this, nigga. They're using this as an excuse. He really started. You want me to tell you? Let me tell y'all. Let me take this, Devin. Let me tell y'all where he really started. He's the first one to put obvious Satanist shit on the screen at the daytime for the kids and everybody accepted in their family bedrooms. Hint, hint, trash TV. Television that's for the trash being shown in the middle of the day. You remember, Crumb, it used to, before it was cable and all that, they used to divide the the uh the content, the level of it by the time. Remember, you could see some titties after 10. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was a time thing. So he was the first time that was daytime television, talk show television. The daytime which originally was considered like about family and helping the community and you know what I mean, shit like that. This was a whole wave that came in the 90s with him, Maury, and Ricky Lake. And they were competing with Oprah Winfrey. I want to show you something why they put his ratings top Oprah Winfrey, because she was the leader at that time.
Right.
You feel me? Between her and Montel Williams and different things like that. Remember, Magic Johnson was trying to put his hat in for the nighttime. So what they really did, this had a lot to do with getting her out the way. He was really there to compete on the. I'm talking about from the background. I'm not saying on the level of the networks. I'm saying those that we talk about on this channel so much, the conspirators, the shadow government. They didn't like how she was just rising up with so much positivity, and she was ready to buy a channel and all that. This was really sent to so-called balance that. Yeah, Jerry Springer promoted black degeneracy and Satanism. Yes, Leonard D. Yuta, for sure. That's exactly what was going on.
Before he stepped in front of the camera, Springer's main gig was in politics. He unsuccessfully ran for Congress in the 70s and was elected to Cincinnati City Council a year later. In 1977, he served as the city's mayor for 1 year and made a run for governor in 1982, but was derailed by a sex scandal. In September of 91, Cincinnati NBC affiliate needed to replace the Phil Donahue show, so they taped Springer. They taped Springer to host his own political-focused daytime talk show, The Jerry Springer Show. At the same time, he was also appearing as a nighttime co-anchor. In 92, Springer moved The Jerry Springer Show to Chicago and flew back and forth between Cincy and Chicago every day so that he could continue hosting his nightly broadcast. In 1993, he resigned from the station after the ratings slid. I want to talk about this sex scandal real quick, because this is the most ridiculous sex scandal. Like, he basically snitched on himself. So basically, for those who don't know, Jerry Springer wrote a check to in a whorehouse, and I wanted to ask the listening audience, just to see who is street smart and who is book smart. When you in the hood, how do you pay? Like, in what currency? In what currency, when you're in the hood and you're buying something you shouldn't be buying, or you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, what currency do you use? Of currency. Okay. So the family already knew what it was from the get-go. And I think we all basically know what it is. When you in the hood, you pay cash. You don't write checks, because a check is ridiculous. And we know the stereotypical way that a certain race of people operate is very frugal. They keep their receipts. They're doing their taxes at the end of the year. They're really paying attention to their money. That's how what a certain race is known for. And not only did his check bounce, but because he got busted because he wrote a bad check. any check on the black market is a bad check. And this was just showing how goofy this guy is. You know, you write a check. What a dweeb. But I just want to put that in there because it was just cockamamie that this is how he gets busted by writing a check. But anyway, shall we continue, or did you want to add something to this, brother?
No, I'm really just trying to even take that in. Like, I'm amazed. Like, bad check. Like,
Who writes
like,
check?
Let me tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a whole movie in my head, right? I'm half even listening at this point. The only way this makes sense to me, from my own little trap experience, me being Crip Jesus, right, is when you got like that fiend, and he probably was a fiend on that, right? On the juicy juice. So you got the fiend, right? And this when they get to start doing crazy shit, like they're on a good roll. You know, like, fuck, take my watch, fuck it. Like, oh, it's some good shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that was one of them weeks. And he was on a good roll with the girls, you know what I'm saying? And then just like, he just said, fuck it. And wrote a check. Like, that's crazy. That's all he had left, nigga. He had no more cash. He couldn't get to the ATM. And, oh, no, I got the story. They threatened him. He had to hurry up and come up with something, so he wrote that check. They like, nah, Jerry, you thought you was going to get the deluxe special with the twins and the twist around extra thing, and you wasn't going to pay right for that? No, we need. And he's like, what? They like, I'll go right now. You know I'm good for it, man. Come on, Tyrone. He's like, get the fuck out of here, Jerry. Write a check right now, bitch. You know what I'm saying? They pressed him. I don't know. We'll go with that version.
Jerry in the whorehouse writing checks with 2 forms of ID. He's come on, family. Right.
Who you writing the check out to? Who you writing the check out to?
Right.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, let's continue. What do we have here?
Oh, no. I wanted to point that out too, though. No, the big thing. He was a mayor. And that's what needs to be understood. He was basically essentially like a crooked cop. You feel what I'm saying? This was a dirty politician. Right? And when we sit up here, a lot of the people we talk about, when we're talking about the reason why a lot of this content we make gets banned and all of that is because we talk about dirty politicians and the ties they have to bigger things in this world people wouldn't imagine. Way bigger forms of evil. This is one of them. That's why I said he was the devil. This was a dirty politician who was sent to degenerate our minds. I know y'all don't want to think he was that important in American history. Yes, this was an American politician. He even comes from a secret family. We ain't gonna get into all of that. This was a dude who wasn't even American. Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew this dude's not even American?
Right.
Let me slow down, man. This dude was sent on a mission, y'all. Y'all know I get a little wild. Go on, continue.
Now that you're so funny. Now that we've seen what the next slide is, I wanted to hone back in on the first sentence. It says, in September of 91, Cincinnati NBC affiliate needed to replace the Phil Donahue show.
Y'all better tap know that.
They don't know. Why did they need to replace Donahue, brother? That's the question. Here's the answer. What do we got?
Now, a lot of people know about, they say, oh, yeah, Donahue got took off TV because Farrakhan went on there. But I've never heard too many people talk about how many times he went on there.
Right.
Donahue was trying to have a nationwide conversation between us and the other people, you know what I'm saying, other groups of people. And he was started off right at the head of the beef. Nation of Islam and this Jewish TV host. You feel what I'm saying? And this was in 1990 when he came on there. They had already warned him about bringing Farrakhan on there again. And he not only brought him on again, he brought him on for a 2-part series thing. Like they were going in. And after that, Farrakhan you never saw him on mainstream television again. Donahue got canceled and replaced. He came 1990, they replaced his ass by 91.
Right. Now,
same thing happened to Arsenio Hall, remember?
Ooh. Teach. Mm-hmm. Right. I also wanted to point this out real quick. Now, let me see, am I sharing the right one? I think so. Farrakhan. Now, this is what I'm looking at here. I'm sorry, this one right here. We're gonna see he does one in 1985 and he does one in 1990. Um, which he speaks about a certain type of people that Donahue was not. He comes out the very next year with the book called "The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and um, Yehudi."
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know it was the next year. That's deep.
Yeah, the very next year. So yeah,
because they muzzled him, so he put it in the book. Like, all right.
Now,
if I'm not mistaken, he had the Million Man March right after him.
Let me see. When was the Million Man March? 95.
It took him a few years to put that together. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, the secret relationship between us and them was a book that they attributed to Farrakhan. However, if you look at it, it's actually Nation of Islam. It's, Farrakhan can't take credit for this. This was a large group of scholars who all came together. And it's a 3-volume series with very historically accurate information. So yeah, that is the Farrakhan that comes on Donahue, and Donahue is famous for spotlighting. I think it was let me ask the audience who came on Donahue. I think Shahrazad Ali was on Donahue. Black guest on Donahue show. Dr. Khalid Muhammad was on Donahue. He was probably one of.
Wow. And that was the one when he let him go up there and say, he told him right to his face, I'm the real Semite and all that. Like, yeah, they wasn't, bro. Donahue wasn't thin skinned. And Donahue wasn't who a lot of people try to paint him out to be. He was for the people. He was letting us, our heroes, the ones that they don't never let talk, the ones that you're gonna get in trouble for letting talk. He was letting them come up there and say whatever they want to say.
Sister Soldier was on Donahue.
Oh wow!
Come on, somebody.
Donahue was trying to fuck with it. Straight up.
I think was Dr. Francis Cress West on Donahue? Francis Cress Welsing. Lord knows I can't do it. European Jesus. Come on, that's racist. There we go. Yeah, she was on Donahue. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was on Donahue. So Donahue was just putting a lot of people out there who would not have necessarily had that spotlight. So Donahue is over here tweaking, and the last straw with Donahue was when he brought Farrakhan on that second time. Because remember, Facebook kicked Farrakhan off, and Instagram kicked Farrakhan can't have an account. This is just the same thing they did like with Donald Trump. They canceled Farrakhan, and you see the same thing here. They gave Farrakhan a platform, and they Kanye'd his ass.
Exactly.
Right. But no, what were you gonna say, brother? I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, no, exactly like you said. It just shows and proves that it wasn't part of their agenda. Like everybody likes to look at things like they're absolute, right? Like
right.
They're to this and we're to that and they're to that and they're to this. And when you see Donahue, he's Jewish, but that's not the agenda he was pushing. He was on some like everybody speak, let's all be one. You know what I mean? And he wasn't on some let's all be one, Martin Luther King, let's just shut the fuck up and get along. He was like, come on here. Let me hear the black Muslim radical version of this. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah, the first council Like the Mama Segment said, the first cancel culture victim, for sure.
Did you hear an echo on me before, or was I good before? I'm still good.
No, you good.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. The first cancel culture victim. But yeah, let's continue on. Shall I read this one?
Yes, sir.
In 1997, after Springer's talk show gained a notorious reputation, Springer began a temporary job on Chicago's station as a news commentator. Anchor Carl Marin, who had worked at the station for 19 years, refused to share airtime with Springer and quit the show. Quoting, "I am sorry she found it necessary this week to use me as the stepping stone to martyrdom," end quote, Springer said at the time. In solidarity with Marin's decision, co-anchor Ron Somebody departed a few weeks later. Dozens of people from religious and women's organizations protested the station's nighttime edition as well. The heat ended up being too much for the station. In May of 1998, it dropped the Springer Show, though a Fox affiliate quickly snatched it up. To cover costs, they had to air the show not once, but twice a day.
Oh. So this is for everybody that wants to say, "Oh man, he put a mirror up and showed us, and it was the ratings, and this is what we like." Motherfuckers wasn't even feeling that.
Come on.
They literally forced this on us. This had nothing to do with the culture of the 90s. Is that I'm here to tell you I was raised in the 90s. That was not our culture. That shit was crazy to us. It was shock value. We used to run home to see it. Like, whoa, you see that? But by the 2000s, you could tell they had actors on there because they had normalized so much crazy shit. The shit didn't. The type of world they were trying to promote didn't even exist to the level that they were promoting. You feel what I'm saying? It was not that normal to where they had a bunch of people trying to come up there and reveal that. By the time they got to the 2000s, they had to make up stories and put them up there. They were literally molding the Americans to be this trash, minded, low vibrational, degenerate, broken trash people. That's why it's called trash TV. That's why the white people he had on there were usually white trash type people. But there's no such thing as the black trash. They were making black trash. They were this was the Afrofuturism molding of black trash. Oh, he saw the future for us. I see. Look, hey, I could. Oh, matter of fact, I ask you, Crumb, put you on the spot. Before Jerry, with motherfuckers just start twerking randomly in the middle of nowhere.
You said before Jerry, did people start twerking randomly in the middle of nowhere?
People been twerking. Look how I'm wording this question. We grew up in the 2 Live Crew era and all that. Mm-hmm. There was heavy twerking when we were growing up, but it was done in parties. It was done in secluded areas. It wasn't called twerking. This was a special thing. Right. I dare say after Jerry, you can see this anywhere now.
Right.
Somebody put Girls Gone Wild. No, Girls Gone Wild was pull your shirt up and show your breast whenever you see a camera. That was the behavior they normalized in America. Jerry Springer used to turn the music on in the middle of the show, like while they talking, like, and they start all twerking in the middle and that was his rule. Like, you gotta start dancing so the music come on.
Teach.
Bro, I'm telling you. Doo-doo Brown.
Right.
So this was somebody that had, this was like they were dealing with the show directing, right? Because a lot of people don't know because we have cable now. So we got to explain this. Back then, they only had 13 channels. Everybody watched the same thing. So network TV had a certain standard and certain things got showed at certain times. That's just how it went based on the time that kids sleep, based on the time. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody said Freaknik, they were twerking. Okay, yeah. That's not what I said. It was done secluded as Freaknik. When did it become you're pushing your cart down the grocery aisle and somebody says, hey, you start twerking. You go into compulsion. It's all twerking. Right. So what this was doing was it was having an effect, bro. You were seeing kids go to school and start acting like the stuff they would see on Jerry Springer. You would hear people. Matter of fact, do you remember people would start fighting out of nowhere and go, Jerry, Jerry. That became part of American culture. When I was growing up, you could see some people start fighting. Some people start, yeah, Jerry, Jerry. Just like Girls Girls Gone Wild had became Girls Gone Wild still was because you still see people walking with their camera phone like, let me see something, girl. You wouldn't even approach her like that until Girls Gone Wild. Girls Gone Wild made it normal to say, hey, I have a camera, get sexual.
So the kind of perversity and violence on the show every day has to have had bad effect on the people and children who watch it, Lieberman said. Springer is not a network show. You make the decision to carry it. It's not worth it. If you can't do that, at least put it on late at night so that fewer kids are watching.
You know why they put it on late at night? Because the brother just cracked the code right here. We spelled it a little wrong, but yeah, World Star. That was an earlier version of World Star. Right. That's all that was. This is when they make trash food for us, bro. Same what they're doing on that television, same they do at these fast food restaurants. Why they got them on every corner in the fucking ghetto. You feel what I'm saying? These are mad scientists. They were creating this for us to consume it. You know what I mean? And just fill us up with it. You feel me? So you see the brother said, why don't you put on at night when fewer kids are watching? Even when they had BET Uncut, which a lot of kids did see, at least it was understood this was late at night. Jerry Springer was all day, in the morning and the afternoon, like literally. So this is when he actually expanded. Check this out. For all y'all that still think, oh, just a show. Okay.
The musical version of the show, Jerry Springer, the
musical version. This was a play, y'all.
Debuted in London in April 2003 and toured the UK in 2006. The production drew ire from Christian groups because it included actors playing God, Satan, and Jesus, and the actors uttered about 8,000 obscenities. When the BBC decided to air a performance in 2005, 45,000 angry viewers contacted the station about the show's content. But that didn't prevent the opera from expanding to the US. In 2007, Las Vegas became the first American city to welcome the show. In 2008, Harvey Somebody played Springer in a 2-day New York City performance. Wow.
Bro, 45,000? You got to be getting funded by the devil himself. If 45,000 people reached out for this not to happen and you still cashed out to do it anyway.
Right.
I mean, because this was an agenda. This was not what the people were saying. Ooh, we want more. Now, I'm not going to say they want more, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not something somebody conjured up. And to be quite honest with you, there was a lot of people who didn't want more. And to be quite honest with you, because you've been around long like me, in the 90s, there was plenty of shows that got canceled for way less. Way less. You feel me? Scripted drama, yeah. Just like the goddamn, what's that shit called? Soap operas. You see how much drama the soap operas was filled with. So this was all about training the people into this debauchery that we call culture now.
Absolutely. A 1998 episode titled I Married a Horse featured a British man who married his horse. Cameras went overseas to film the man and his wife, quote unquote. A disclaimer opened the segment. Sexual contact with animals is illegal in this country and most of the Western world. In the first film to examine a subject, this is the first film to examine a subject with many which many find deeply disturbing. Some stations found the episode so upsetting that they refused to air it, opting instead to broadcast a rerun of past guests do battle.
Wow. I mean, what do I even say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we went from pushing the envelope to this ain't even legal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now and here's the funny thing about it. You could hear about this, you could talk about this, but you see that picture on the side? They actually escort the horse in and like, and mind you, that the brother was complaining, the people were complaining to him about the timing of it. So he's doing this in the daytime for all the kids to watch. A lot of kids don't even know about bestiality, let alone hear extensive talks about it, and let alone let it be presented to them in a normalized, humanized, loving fashion, where they walk his beast out and he pets it and he sits there, talks about, you know, his love for it, and they, oh, hey, well, I thought I was gonna see a monster. This ain't that bad. This is his agenda, bro. Even if it's not his agenda, it's his agenda because he did it. He literally did that. He did that along with all the other weird stuff he put up there. He started the LGBTQ plus /.com movement.
Right. Right.
You feel me? And like I said, Satanism, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Now,
sorry about that.
No. I want to go to this next because I want to show something. So we're expanding past the show just to show people his whole style of get down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, outside of the show, this is a musical. This is a musical play, y'all. An opera singing. He wants to dirty that up and make it all about God, Satan, and Jesus cussing at each other. He wants to fully disrespect religion, people's ancestry, and make an opera something that's so beautiful and has such a bomb legacy. He wants to smut it up. He wants to smut up daytime television. So all the fighting, the sexual deviancy, the violence, that wasn't enough. Now by 98, we marrying horses on this motherfucker. This ain't even legal. Why did America even air it?
Right.
Okay, so now we get to a motherfucking movie, y'all. In case y'all have any doubt about what this man's agenda was, he made a movie by himself. And the movie was called Ringmaster.
Question: what does ringmaster mean? Answer: according to Merriam-Webster, ringmaster, one in charge of performances in a ring as of a circus. Should I read the whole thing?
Huh?
Read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Broadly supervisor or moderator, especially of a performance or presentation. The ringmaster of the talk show, of a talk show.
So I like to look more at the fact of that, of all the names he could have used, why the hell would he call himself the Ringmaster?
Yeah.
And it goes, Jerry, ding, 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 ding. Sound like wrestling. Yeah. Right? This is all part of the same program. That's why. The same people who are behind what's going on when you look up there and you see these butt naked, sweaty people touching all on each other in front of your kids, getting hyper aggressive and hypersexual. They call it wrestling. These are the same people that's putting this stuff in front of you saying, oh, it's just a talk show. He's basically the visual Howard Stern. Thank you, Diggy 1D. Yeah, that's what this is right here. The digital Howard Stern. This is what I want you to do. Can you look this up? Can you look this movie has a Wikipedia. Can you look this up?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to show y'all something. And while he looks this up, man, I want to show y'all why they're so mad about and so adamant about this. It's because they know where we at. We seem to forget where we at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're
trying to look up.
Huh?
What should I look up again?
Ringmaster, the movie.
Ringmaster movie synopsis. Ringmaster. Springer. The wiki article.
Yeah.
Ringmaster is a 1998 American comedy film starring Jerry Springer as a fictional version of himself named Jerry Farley. Host of a show similar to his own called Jerry.
So this is obviously about him. So you know how people how sometimes like after the slave master is tired of whooping you so much, like he starts making shows about how he whoops you and shit. Like people officially start telling themselves. A lot of drug dealers start getting, I'm gonna pay this musician to make songs about drugs, and he's really talking about my life. Like a lot of people, after they ride high for so long, and the money and the accolades is all there, there's nothing left for them to do but get credit. They want their legacy. So he decided, as a devil, as a ranked up ringmaster level devil, he wanted to make a movie about the shit. So if anybody doubted what the fuck this man's intentions was, why the hell would he make a movie about? You get what I'm trying to say? The movie could be about anything. It don't got to be about a horse or none of that. This is what he wanted it to be about. Go read that plot for me, please.
Absolutely. There are 3 ongoing plots in the film. The primary one surrounds a white trash trailer park family in which the slutty Angel is sleeping with her mother's husband, prompting the mother to constantly try to outdo her promiscuous daughter's behavior out of spite, including sleeping with her daughter's boyfriend. The secondary plot revolves around an urban black woman called Starletta, whose boyfriend, Damon, is sleeping with her.
Hold on with my bad. Because it's several plots here. So can we back up a little bit?
Yeah.
So that first plot, key word here, white trash trailer park. That is what, if I'm not mistaken, you've seen Jerry. That was a big part of his genre.
Right.
Now, some people like to say he spoke for them. I'm showing y'all this to show y'all he didn't speak for shit. He is the creator of, he wants to make this the reality. I'm not saying there's not incest in the trailer park. I'm saying he wants to amplify it and make the other ones hop in. He is the devil. We're not saying murder didn't exist already. But when the devil saw murder, he said, oh shit. Okay, how many other people gotta get to join in with this murder shit? Right? Those are the devils. Devil is not some guy flying in the sky. They are the ring masters of evil. You know another ring master that was a fucking devil? Caligula, Mr. Little Boots. You know what I'm talking about? From Rome?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what he was known for? Pure debauchery.
Yeah.
You feel me? This is no difference. This is Rome reloaded.
Teach. The secondary plot, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Revolves around an urban black woman called Starletta, whose boyfriend, Damon, is sleeping with her 2 best friends. But 3 are united against Damon when he eyes up the trashy but sexy Angel. Oh, wow. He spends the rest of the film trying to get into naughty.
Peep that? Did you peep that right?
Right.
She's better than them. Yeah, I peeped that. Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the trailer trash girl.
She's better than them, though. He's chasing her. She's sexy.
Right.
And they're just the 2 whatever. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right. He spends the rest of the film trying to get into naughty Angel's knickers, while his jealous girlfriend, Starletta, is frantically trying to prevent Damon from enjoying the promiscuous blonde. Unfortunately for Starletta...
Hey, Crumb, why is his name spelled like that?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Demon. Yeah, I don't want to be the tinfoil hat guy.
No, it's that time. Why even come here and talk about Jerry if we're gonna put on tinfoil hats?
Yeah.
That's who Jerry is. He's like the devil in the flesh. Like, he's the proof. Because back in the 60s and 70s, our grandmothers and grandparents would never even believe no shit like this would have been allowed on TV.
Yeah. Starletta is frantically trying to prevent Damon from enjoying the promiscuous blonde. Unfortunately for Starletta, horny Angel manages to sneak Damon into her hotel room, where he wastes little time in getting her clothes off and into bed, much to the smug Angel's evident delight. Starletta stalks the hotel corridors, desperate to stop her bed-hopping boyfriend from humping the skanky teen, but is unable to stop Damon and Angel's night of pleasure. The third plot revolves around Jerry and the show itself, detailing the difficulty Jerry faces in trying to come to terms with his rather dubious claim to fame, and the staff's utter amazement at the bizarre stories they must deal with.
Now, can you stop real quick? Now, this is on the cultural level, right? I remember when it came out. I never even saw it, but I remember when it came out, everybody used to say, I can't say everybody, I don't know everybody, but a lot of people and my cipher was saying, "Oh yeah, he revealed that the show is fake. You got to see the movie. You got to see the movie. The show fake. The show fake." Right? But they were still watching the shit, and I was like, other people I saw, I would argue with them like, "Man, he didn't show the show was fake. He just showed they paying, and they, they kind of like, what how the producers do behind the scenes, kind of pump them up." But the point I want to make to everyone is that he was molding this trash degeneration you see was not natural, like everybody wants to think. Oh, this is how we talk. We freaky, we Americans. No, a lot has happened in the last about 30, 40 years, more than what went down in the hundreds of years. Believe it or not, the so-called black community has been more fucked up in the last about 40 years than that whole 400 years before that. Facts. You feel what I'm saying? And this is part of it, bro. This motherfucking MK Ultra. That's all this is. This is MK Ultra extended, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna prove it right now. I stopped you for a reason. So we got the incestuous white trailer trash as top of the pyramid, being chased by the doggish, no piece of shit, a black man who's a demon, whose biggest claim, whose biggest desire is to sleep with this trailer trash white woman. And then Jerry Springer's talking about how difficult it is to be the remaster of all of this. You with me, Crumb?
Right.
They added in another plot for no motherfucking reason. They was under add this in. That's why it says minor subplot. This goes to show you what his goddamn scheme is. Check this out, what his minor subplot was.
A minor subplot involves a producer on the show who mistakenly picks up one of the guests, a self-proclaimed man by day, woman by night.
Why?
Black to me.
Why? It's a minor subplot. Why do we have to add this in there?
Right.
He was one of the first ones to say don't call them trannies. He's behind all of this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody even put over here, I forgot to bring this up, Jerry Springer used to have hedonism trips on islands. He used to advertise them on there. Come to the Jerry Springer hedonism trip in Jamaica. Da, 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 da.
Several sources, including Pink News, Daily Mail, New Republic, report that Jerry Springer said, "I will stop using the word tranny. It's offensive."
Come on, man.
So yeah, he was the first one per, his sub minor plot. Then this was just, it was in there.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing is, I'm trying to show is, why is it a minor subplot? Why did y'all feel the necessity? Y'all had the whole plot, y'all had the whole movie ready to go, y'all had everything figured out. Why does this have to go in there? This is a minor subplot.
Right.
Like, come on, bro.
During the 1920s.
No.
Please.
This is to answer that question, why. This is where I got to come to you. So, I don't really know why. I know the devil when I see one. I don't got to know that. Like, if a nigga shooting at me, whether I know why or not, I know I need to get the fuck out of the way of them bullets.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? If I try to buy something from you and you try to do something weird with the transaction, I don't understand what's going on. Like, man, I need my money. I don't know why you're trying to take my money. I don't know if you're a thief naturally, or if you're trying to pay a bill tonight and hey, you didn't know the real reason why. Because let me tell y'all something. This is how these devils humanize themselves to y'all. This is the reason why, or television was going like this at the time, or freedom. But just like I said about the hedonism islands, in the bigger plot here, why are they trying to do this so much? What are they trying to do with the people? Once they turn us all into freaks, where are they going to take us, Crumb? And I'm asking you, Crumb, because you knew a part of this. I didn't know. I was just mad at Nick. I had no suggestion of who he might be locked in with. But you did.
Well, you said I did. I don't remember that conversation.
Well, I say this. You first of all mentioned these people to me. I'm saying this certain clique. You feel what I'm saying? And they had a certain agenda and they fit his profile. and it seemed to fit into the why, or a proposition of the why. Maybe it's
Oh yeah, yeah. Now I remember that conversation. So yeah, when it comes, okay, so I was on Instagram, and I posted. Let me see if I can pull it up. Actually, I'm not playing with nobody. Um, but actually, I think I took the guy's stuff. No, 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 no. I think it's still up there. I think it's still up there. All right, I'm gonna share my screen in 2 hot seconds. Um, share screen. All right, so here's my good Instagram. Um, under post, listen, I said what I said.
that right.
I said what I said.
You meant it.
So,
You know what's crazy about it? A lot of these people haven't even met this man, have no reason to be so like just idolizing him, but they do.
so I said what I said, and somebody says, why? And I guess this person was talking about me. I don't know. Saying I'm miserable. I don't know. Or he was. I don't know. It's hard for me to
I want
focus.
to approach something because I know a lot of people are going to keep going with this, and I know a lot of people. I love the divine family, but we have to change our thinking, y'all. Let me approach this, man. While you getting that, the brother Lotto Soldier said Jerry was just a rich white man who was a capitalist who don't give a fuck about nobody but himself. I don't even think he had an agenda but to get rich. Wrong. I already got my answer, but I don't want to reveal it to y'all that fast. But nigga, he what do you mean it had nothing to do with money? We just showed y'all the slide where it said they had to air the nigga twice a day to even cover the cost. They were losing off him. He was not profitable until they made it profitable. He was part of an agenda.
Well, I couldn't find the actual comment, or maybe I saw it and went right past it. But somebody said, "Well, what did he do?" I said, "He was a smut peddler," and I kind of feel like, well, not even feel. It seems or appears evident that the family doesn't know the history of those type of people
They
in
don't.
terms of peddling smut.
They don't.
This is something they've done for this isn't new. So there's a organization called Zwi Migdal, was an organized crime group founded in Poland and based mainly in Argentina that trafficked in Yiddish women from Central Europe, mainly from Warsaw, Poland, for sexual slavery and forced prostitution. The organization, whose operators were Yiddish, functioned from the 1860s to 1939. This is before slavery ended, all the way up until prohibition. After prohibition, after the First World War, it had 400 members in Argentina. Its annual turnover was $50 million at the turn of the century. Its center in Buenos Aires, with branch offices in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, and Santos, United States, New York City, Poland, Warsaw, South Africa, India, and China.
This
Um,
is a worldwide child smuggling ring. Like people gotta get it. And what people don't want to accept is that yes, let me put my face up here, man. Those guys that y'all idolize on TV, that you go buy your coffee and watch and talk about with your parents and your family, and you love them so much, and he's the good one. He's not the good one. He's in on it too. That's right. Stop loving them. The devils, they're in on it. When you see them walking out with the young singer actress, 18 years old with the see-through dress, it's not because, oh, that's just art, Stop acting like there's coincidences and happenstance with this shit. It's real. It's happening before your eyes. Some of your favorite singers and yeah, they with this shit. Believe that. Internalize that and accept it. I'm trying to put this thing back up here.
yep. During the 1920s, the Zwi Migdal organization reached its pinnacle. At its height, 430 individuals serving as pimps and criminals oversaw a network of 2,000 brothels and approximately 4,000 women solely in Argentina. The organization's success stemmed from the fact that its members were bound by rules that were based on order, discipline, and honesty. The network was well organized and members operated closely to protect their interests. This was the very first La Cosa Nostra, brother. Before they got into the whole thing with the Italians, they were doing the whole, prostitution ring on their own terms. And this, um, w- when you get into the gangs of America, that whole thing, um, where you see these two organizations operating in the black market and they eventually come together during the whole Ellis Island thing at the turn of the century. Um, you know, let's not say that, that group of people wasn't just, working hard, good times. They weren't just grinding. Their background is heavily into smut peddling.
More like human being peddling. You feel what I'm saying? The smut is on the TV and the radio. These people we talking about now, these grown ass, living, breathing, talking, walking children that they're putting on ships and sending around the world. Now, if we want to act like everybody that was enslaved with this whole Africa thing we talk about, or Indian slave trade, whatever we talk about, this whole slavery thing we talk about, I don't know if we want to imagine everybody that was getting enslaved was 20 and up or some shit, like they was taking IDs at the door. But nah, nigga, they was putting kids on boats and shipping them around the world. And I want people to wake the fuck up and see what the fuck I'm trying to show them. That shit y'all reading in them books is still going on now. So no need to say, well, I want to argue about this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy. It's going on right now. Pied Piper right now. Your kids fly out to be on Jerry, they end up on that hedonism island. Can you look that up? Jerry Springer's hedonism island? Because I think niggas probably think I'm putting on the extras with that one.
Jerry Springer Heathenism Island?
Yes, sir. Popped right up for you, didn't it, huh? Good Crip Jesus knowledge.
Okay.
What did it say? Hedonism too, Jerry, right?
Yes, sir. I'm going to read it right now.
It's the Revelations.
It was written in the end that the sun will rise from the west. I am the sun, and this is the west. Crip Jesus. Yeah.
Dread the God, the God. Dread the God.
So yeah, country of origin, United States, English, film location, some other place. In today's Epic Springer throwback, we go back to 2001 when the show revisit hedonism, connect to the Jerry Springer show. I think that's a YouTube blurb. Jerry Springer picks the 10 worst moments of his show.
I mean, I'm saying maybe you can type it a different way. I'm just saying it's just proof of what I'm saying, that he used to do hedonism events every year. You feel what I'm saying? He used to take people to islands and get them super, yeah, stuff that they ain't gonna talk about on the camera. That's what I'm saying. People talk about this is the whole. People talk about this, the stuff he did on the show. Nigga, that shit he did on the show was nothing. This dude was pimping. Y'all don't want to believe it. Them people come to them islands. Right. Don't everybody leave the island? You don't know what's going on. These are low level people. No disrespect. These are people that are poor, homie. Some of these people come to these islands and you don't know what happens to them after. These are not well known, looked after, great. Like these are the same people we got on the fucking show.
Right. This is the first Epstein Island. Oh my God. Okay.
And he's completely into hedonism. I want y'all to understand this has nothing to do with just sex. For y'all just thinking, oh, no, he's the devil. He wants you to stuff the fucking bathtub with food, get in there with your own mom and have sex at the same time. Like, this is the type of stuff he was pushing.
Right.
Look what she said. Yeah. Jerry Springer introduced us to the Bad Girls Club and Housewives and all that mentality. Yes. Look at the fat girl in the tub of food, stuffing her body and face with food and getting sexual, rubbing on each other. They used to do this all the time too.
Toxic.
Yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg. The stuff that we're talking about, like, bro, this dude was into full-fledged devilishment. Period.
Factory.
No other way to describe it. I don't care if you say I don't believe in the devil. Okay, well, whatever they made up and said the devil was, that's what this nigga was.
Right. Since Jerry Springer's mother,
but my bad. I want to show y'all something. Sadie's Sin. Are you up on that?
No, sir.
So this is a book about the Zil Migdal. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not even up on them. No, you taught me about this today. This organization.
Zoe?
So the Zoe Migdal. This is a book about them, right? So the point is, a lot of people can connect the dots because, you know, me and you sometimes we take for granted how much we know. A lot of people don't look at Jerry as a Jewish figure. They don't even look at Jerry as representing some nation or religion. He's kind of like just this, I'm the devil. That's all I represent. When you look at Jerry, you think of nasty deviancy. But you never look at him to connect, where is it coming from? See, when you point this out to me, I'm like, damn, because everything has a nationality, right? That's why I'm always pushing. Nigga, I'll go to a fucking fairy tale, but like, what's the nationality of this fairy tale, right? You know me, like, so what is Jerry's nationality? Where is this smut coming from? What culture is this cool?
Since Jerry Springer's mother is Jewish, and in Orthodox Judaism and conservative Judaism, those with a Jewish mother or those who underwent a halachic conversion are considered Jewish, then that makes him Jewish. His father is Jewish too. Jerry Springer, whose full birth name is Gerald Norman Springer, was born on the 13th day of the second month of the 1944th century in Highgate, London, England.
Not no goddamn America. He's not even American, motherfucker. I'm talking about rich white men.
Right.
The Chinese billionaires, the people behind this shit, the Russian billionaires, they're not concerned with our little trash ass dollars out here. They're concerned with making our country weak and making their country strong. That's why they do. That's why they play the games they play with the TikTok app. This is no different than that at all.
Right.
Not even a little bit.
His Jewish parents, Margot and Richard Springer, had fled Nazi Germany and immigrated to the U.S. before the start of the World War II. Springer grew up in New York City and after graduating high school received a bachelor's degree from Tulane University and a law degree from Northwestern.
I mean, do you see what I see? So these are not even like, they were, how do I explain this, bro? This is how spies are made. You see where I'm going with this?
Right.
They're a part of 3 different nations. They're fleeing one on the way to the other. You know, a lot of those people who fled from Germany specifically had deals made for them when they got here, kind of like Operation Paperclip.
Right.
I'm about to hit y'all with some knowledge that I'm not even, like, this is some barbershop talk type shit. It's deep knowledge. It's not barbershop talk, but I'm saying I don't have the name for y'all. But what's the name of the brother who they made the movie about, the one that was trading all the arms? He was selling all the arms. They made a movie about him called the Lord of Arms, the Lord of War, or some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So Jewish brother, I'm gonna look this motherfucker up. Maybe somebody in the Divine Family can help me. Anybody out there can help me, y'all? He was a Jewish brother, but a lot of people didn't know he was Jewish. His parents, the same story like him. His parents fled from World War II and came out here. And from the synagogue, he was getting guns. He was selling them, and then he started selling guns in Africa and shit. And they were trying to send him to the youth. They were trying to lock him up for international crime, for violating international crime laws and like because of his connections in America, he was free. Like he was selling the weapons for the CIA or some shit.
The 20-year arms
Nicolas
dealing.
Cage played in the movie, y'all. But there we go.
Yeah.
Yuri Orlov.
The 20 years arm dealing career of Queens, New York outcast Yuri Orlov, who was Nicolas Cage, serves as a window onto the end of the Cold War and the emergence of the worldwide terrorism. He finds himself reassuring his more ethically challenged younger brother, Vitaly, who's adeptly sidestepping the pursuit of federal agent Jack Lawrence. The globe-trotting arms dealer also pursues the woman of his dreams, supermodel Ava Fontaine.
Okay, check this out. Check this out, Crumb. What was the like ritualistic, cultural type symbol for the ending of the Cold War, in your opinion? I would say knocking down the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that religious? Wasn't it supposed to be a wall knocked down between Gog and Magog when the end starts?
T.
I dare say, because me and you know what that wall really what they talk about. So I dare say that was symbolism done by them devil motherfuckers. Knock down the wall. Here comes the ending. They already knew it was the end of the Cold War and what they was finna do. Finna send their agents all over. They already knew about Operation Paperclip. They was the ones putting it together at the time. We didn't know. We didn't know they was finna MK Ultra the world, give us all dope and choppers. Yeah, back then everybody had dope and choppers. You couldn't turn on the radio and hear songs about dope and choppers. There's not dope and choppers everywhere. They did that. At that same time that they start peddling this shit. Coincidence? Not at all.
Question.
Oh, wait, hold on. So the point is, we already linked him and his devilishment to this damn island. What's going on with this island? So for y'all that's still trying to put this together, still ain't figured it out, these worldwide rings, they're ran on islands because islands usually have less laws. Am I correct?
Right.
Sometimes no laws. Sometimes you can buy the whole island.
Right. So yeah, question. What happened on Epstein's Island? Answer. According to independence.uk, the Virgin Islands Attorney General's office makes similar claims, saying between 2001 and 2019, the Epstein enterprise transported underage girls and young women to the Virgin Islands who were then taken via helicopter to private vessel to Little St. James, where they were deceptively subjected to sexual servitude. Brother just hit that good unmute button.
My bad. What'd you say, brother? I was a little,
Oh, I was just saying hit the unmute button in case you were talking.
No. So you see right here, these Virgin Islands. I mean, this is not a coincidence pattern. This is not hard to figure out. This is very simple, bro. He was the pioneer of the brain warping for a global, worldwide ring. It sounds larger than life. It sounds like I'm going too far. And that's why we fucking just showed you the organization to show you they've been doing this shit the whole time. Y'all slow. Y'all sleep. I think y'all don't want to wake up to this one. I think we finally found the one that you conscious niggas don't want to deal with. And this is going on right in the backyard. This is why we should stop arguing and put on some boots instead of them goddamn sandals that we wearing, talking all this libations, please, and get with the business. It's time, y'all. It's really time.
Right.
You feel me? Like straight up. So what y'all don't know is before you get to the island, they have ranches. I can prove it. One of the most popular ranches they have in North America to get your daughter is called the Bunny Ranch in Reno, Nevada.
Right.
Epstein, who's one of the most known people for these type of scandals, had an island. He also had ranches through America. right here. Who owns Zoto Ranch now? Check this out. This is one of his ranches.
Question: Who owns Zorro Ranch now? Answer: according to KRQE, the Santa Fe County Assessor's Office located a deed filed with Santa Fe County in October of 2020, transferring the Zorro Ranch from Epstein's company, Cypress Incorporated, to Love and Bliss, a nonprofit church of for $200. The listed address for the Love and Bliss Church is a small home in Reddington Beach, Florida.
I mean, come on, bro. They're using religion to cover it up. Just register it to a church. They're not gonna charge us all the fees, $200. Oh, we're just over here helping the kids, man. You know. But there goes his face, y'all. This is one of these brothers that was running these islands that they like to take them to after they get turned all the way up. You understand? Dig what I'm saying? And the problem with it is, I feel like seeing Epstein Island and seeing the parallel between him and Jerry is like, whoa. You feel me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a strong parallel there. One even foreshadows the other one, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to see, can you look up the hedonism events he would have?
Jerry. Hedonism, the ethical theory that pleasure is the highest good and proper aim of human life. I think Aleister Crowley had something to the effect of do as thou wilt, the things that you do, that whatever it is you enjoy. Hedonism meaning, I'm sorry, hedonism event, Jerry Springer. So it looks like all of them. Here's one on Facebook that we already played. Let me go to.
Now you understand hedonism is the prime teaching of the Illuminati. If there's even Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, these shady groups with all this power. Right. They seem that the Luciferians, let's just call it what it is, right? They teach that the principle of pleasure is the highest principle, whether it be eroticism, hedonism. These are just different names for it. You feel me? But they're all based on the concept that there is no purpose of believing in discipline and all of that type of stuff. Just worry about pleasure. Now, here's the funny thing about it. It still goes down to the sex slave thing, because that's what they use to break you. So if your thing is the drug, and they say the drug being high all the time is what you should be worried about. Don't worry about the other stuff. By the time you just worry about doing the dope all day, now the dope dealer controls you, right? You feel what I'm saying? When they got you freaky enough and you just addicted, I just want to have sex, come on. Please. Do this, do that. They break you down until you're just, I need pleasure. Remember, the opposite, the schools of thought we come from teach us to fast, teach us to separate ourselves from pleasure and want and need and dependency.
Factory, all facts. I think this was like a little blurb on the hedonism events. It's not necessarily showing anything on the island, just the most salacious scenes within the tenure of the show.
Oh yeah, let's get that.
Let's see if I can share.
That's not the island though. Why you don't want to show the island? Let me see if I can get this island up here.
All right, you can't hear that, can you?
No.
Okay. Audio. Okay, they're not showing the stuff I really want. I wanted to see the dirt. I don't want to see a whole.
My thing is, I don't even think they talk about that island.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't have no slide for it. I hear a little echo, but
Fix it right now.
that's why you don't have no slide for it, because this is the big shh. This is the big Epstein booyah that they got away with Jerry. There's too many people involved with Jerry. You know how many celebrities and TV people are probably involved with Jerry's Island?
Right.
But that's something for the Divine Family. I want the Divine Family, man. Let's get them some homework, man. The Divine Family, man. I need y'all to go out there, get as much as y'all can on the Jerry's Island. And I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do Jerry's Island. Well, I gonna say we. I'll do it. I mean, we, us, who, us, all together. However y'all want to do it. But we will get Jerry's Island. I'm gonna find the dirt. If I gotta go get the unclassified CIA documents themselves, we gonna find out what was going on Jerry's Island. Okay. Yeah, because I don't see nothing on that ever.
That is funny. I mean, it's suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, indeed. I think I wanted to see if I can find another outlet for top 10 moments in Jerry Springer's worst moments. WORST worst moments.
Yes, sir.
Almost ready. I thought they were going to show me something.
Ready what? What you got? You got more on them?
No.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't. Okay, so yeah, with that said, family,
because it was hard to find even that shit I found. It was hard.
Yeah, before I let you go, can you tell the family who you are and where we can find you at?
Oh, it's Crip Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You can come to cripjesus.com. You can go to Instagram, Holy Crip Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Twitter, Crip Jesus, BLUGOD, Blue God. You can, for sure, always find me on Crumb TV. You know what I mean? I'm here to stay. We got a couple classics up here. We ain't playing. But more importantly, come on over to cripjesus.com. We're going to be offering a closer, more access to the people you see on the screen, more access to the information you get right here. Maybe you want to get up close and personal and really get with it. Maybe you want your kids to know something. We got you. Feel me? Tap in. Crip Jesus. All platforms.
There you have it, family. That's the good brother, Crip Jesus. This has been another installation of Crumb TV. Before I let you go, family, just, trying to do a little housekeeping to make sure we stay on point. Juneteenth, family. That's right. This Juneteenth, we are going to have an event in Orlando, Florida. You get to stay on premises. This covers room and board and food. This covers room. It covers board. It covers food. Starting the Minister of Information, we're going to go over Juneteenth. We're going to have a pool party Friday night. And this is at the height of tourist season in right here in a resort in Florida. Very top of the notch. We're going to have professional food on deck. I'm sorry, not professional food, but we're going to have stuff that's going to be prepared professionally. Excuse me. But yeah, that's June 16th through the 18th. We're going to do an all-day Saturday thing. Come Friday, we'll do something then. But Sunday morning, we'll just be packing up and leaving out. So Saturday is going to be litty, family. It's going to be 100% lit. The tickets can be purchased at crumbtv.info/events. That's crumbtv.info/events. Tap all the way in. It's going to be jumping like Jordan. Okay, so with that said, I just want to give a shout out and take the dollar challenge real quick. So for those who do support the channel, keep things going, want us to go to the next level and do support, I want to put some respect on your name. Those who take the dollar challenge, that's simply donating $1 to the Cash App. I want to put some respect in your name. Gianna, no, I think this is her. No, okay, here it is. I am Goddess 11. She said grateful. Positive vibes. I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. Plus TV Network. Oh, they said it would like to build and sent the phone number. Okay, I gotta tap in. Okay, Kick Rocks. He said, "Come on now, Passer." That's right, family. That's right. Kilo said, "Shine, my bro." Absolutely, I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. John Smith, the team you're putting together is crazy. That's right, family. Thank you so much for everyone who has taken the $1 challenge. I'm 100% grateful. It means everything. But family, you can also support by simply hitting the like button. It's free. It takes a second. It works for the algorithm. It really shows me the family who is supporting. It works in so many different ways. It only takes a second. It lets us know what you like. So with that said, family, also drop a comment. Let me know what you think, family. If you agree that this was a part of the trash TV culture, if this is smut peddling at its finest, if this pushed the envelope on the things that made us worse, drop a 666. Let me know. Talk black to me. Last but not least, subscribe, family, not just here, but on the website, crumbtv.info. That's right, family, crumbtv.info. I want to leave you the exact same way I came to you. I am your brother Crumb, and you are now watching Crumb TV, LA.
You are now watching Crumb TV. You're watching Crumb TV.
This is Prema Osset in Los Angeles, Leimert Park, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
You are watching Crumb TV.
We're watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV. So subscribe.
I am the Grand Sheikess, Unity Temple number 80, More Science Temple of America, and you are watching Crumb TV.
Yo, this is that kid 179. You are now watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV.